Okay, so starting from fresh, help, down to SOLIDWORKS tutorials, be doing lesson 1 parts. Okay, I'm going to learn how to set up a new part document, creating the base feature, adding boss feature, creating a cut feature, adding fillets, adding a shell feature, editing the part, and completing the part. Okay, there we go, clicking on this. I'm going to do on this step, it's going to be click new. Double click on this part. And that. Clicking on save. I didn't know where that was. Click save. Actually, I already created this, but I'm going to do 1, 0. Save. Okay, one step that we're going to want to take here before we do anything else is we're resetting our units, because we're actually going to be, for these tutorials, using millimeters, grams second as our units. Okay, there we go. What you can also do is move this off to your other screen so you can still see it. I will leave mine here so that we can read along. Oh, if we need to do that, we can minimize it back down. Okay, so here we go. Sketching the base, reading along. You don't know where to click, extrude boss base on the feature tab. Right there. Okay. Front top up here. So notice how my cursor changes. Okay. I'm going to select the front plane. I can do that from here. Right. Okay. Click on corner rectangle. Down here. Moving the pointer to the sketch origin right there. When I hover over right there, you can see that we get this icon. Okay. And if you wanted to know what the pointer, if the pointer doesn't change, click on that. We can follow this through and do this if need be. Okay. So here we go. Going from the origin, clicking on the origin once with the left mouse button. The pointers, my mouse button is not held down, but I'm moving the mouse to the upper right. And notice most importantly here, you do not have to be exact with the dimensions at this point. Just click one more time. Okay. So, and these are the other options you can get this done. Is click the button. That's what I just button for the tool currently using. That would be up here. Press escape and press enter. That's going to be done. So what I'm going to do right here is hit escape. Once I click once more with the rectangle, now notice that that icon for a rectangle next to my cursor went away. Okay. Or you could click that right there for the selection key to get back to that. I just like the escape key typically. There we go. Dimensioning the base. This should be new. Make sure that that's there. So the color tags show sketch relations. The tags, the SOLIDWORKS software added when you created the rectangle indicate vertical, horizontal, and coincident relationships. Ooh, there we go. Do that. And notice that it's talking about what we can do to modify or delete a sketch relation. If I double click on that, oh, look at that. I could come over and delete it if I wanted to, but I don't in this case. And then we can also hide these by going View, Hide Show, and Sketch Relations if we were to come down. There. I wouldn't recommend turning these off. It's actually quite helpful to have them on most of the time to see. Okay, but we could turn those off if it gets too visually cluttered. Alright. And then, so drag, click and drag. This is a left. We've been doing this so far. This is my holding down my left mouse button on one of these blue corners and dragging it in and out, showing that we could resize. Okay. So now what we're going to do though is click there. There's Smart Dimension. Click on that. I'm going to come across. So let's see. Click above the line to place. Let's see. Even I have to look at this. Select the top edge. Oops. I selected the wrong thing. So I hit the escape key. That undid it. We're going to click on this first. Oh, and then we're just going to click above the line. We're going to set this value to 120 millimeters. Notice now that that is if I click back on that number, it goes. If you were to come down here to units, you could force it to be millimeters here, but that's what it already was by default. 120 millimeters. Okay, I click check. Sketch resizes to reflect the 120 millimeter dimension. Click the zoom to fit icon. And that is, well, there it was up there, but it is more accessible right here. Zoom to fit. And then repeat steps 3 to 8. That would be from there to here, selecting the vertical line, and select the height of the rectangle to be also 120 millimeters. So that's there. Click one more time. 120 millimeters.